Hello, everyone. Welcome to your weekly tech update, the show that explores the newest, coolest, and cutest side of tech available on the interwebs. I am your concierge of fine technology, Ray McNeil. Coming up on the program today, SpaceX has now tested the highest pressure rocket in history. Magic Leap's Lost work, The Last Light, gets a surprise release after all its developers were laid off. And of course, we'll wrap up the program with this week's Moment of Joy. All that and a whole lot more coming up on today's edition of your weekly tech update. Next. SpaceX CEO and Bond villain Elon Musk says that his space company's Raptor engine just aced an important pressure test and set a world record. The company's planning to use 6 of the engines to eventually get its massive Starship spacecraft off the ground, while a Super Heavy booster itself will likely need closer to 40. Raptor engine just reached 330 bar chamber pressure without exploding, Musk exclaimed in a Monday tweet. That's quite a lot of pressure, even for a rocket engine, surpassing the previous record of the Soviets' RD-701 engine from the 1980s, as Teslarada reports. SpaceX will still have to prove that the Raptor engine can burn for long-duration flights, and of course that it can be reused for the Starship. We also still don't know if the Raptor engine in a Falcon Heavy booster configuration will actually be able to reach orbit. Now, according to Teslarati, SpaceX will have to vastly increase the production of Raptor engines and test whether they can sustain pressure over a burn of 5 to 10 minutes. A single Raptor engine was used during the first full-scale prototype's test flight earlier this month. As for the next test flight, the 8th full-scale Starship prototype, dubbed SN8, will likely be tested using 3 of the engines up to a maximum altitude of 20 kilometers. That's opposed to the 150 meters during SN5's test hop back on August 4th. How are we all doing with the homeschooling? I have to admit, my wife has been handling a lot more of it than I have, but it's definitely not an easy thing. And of course, when the pandemic hit this spring, a lot of teachers turned to Minecraft during their mad scramble for tools that could make remote learning actually work. Earlier this year, Microsoft added an education section to the Minecraft marketplace, and since March, 63 million pieces of content have been downloaded. While Minecraft Education Edition isn't new, its digital nature makes it an almost ideal tool for this strange time. It allows for multiplayer activities, is available on a large range of devices, and perhaps most importantly, it's something kids are already doing. We already had a lot of the features in the game, so we were well suited from the beginning, says the GM of the Minecraft Atlas division, which focuses on broader initiatives like education. The educational offshoot of Minecraft officially launched back in 2016, though the game was used in schools for years prior to that, thanks to grassroots efforts from various teachers dating back nearly a decade. That was part of the appeal when Microsoft acquired Minecraft studio Mahjong back in 2014. They said, quote, "We really saw the potential to make that something much, much bigger." With Education Edition, Microsoft created a much more formal structure with pre-made lessons covering everything from chemistry to coding to giving students the opportunity to explore the International Space Station. You can even play that old classroom staple, the Oregon Trail. There are plenty of games designed explicitly for education, as well as popular games adapted for the classroom. But part of what has made Minecraft so successful is its combination of ubiquitous popularity and a flexible nature. It's a game where you can do everything from build a library that houses censored journalism to attend a virtual rock concert. Minecraft is also different from other educational games, which are often rigid and, well, boring. It's actually entertaining. That's true whether you're messing around with friends in survival mode or doing coding lessons in class. We started with this premise that Minecraft is a game used in education and not an educational game. And that was something that was really important to Microsoft. We've seen educational games that are just not fun, not engaging, that come and go. We wanted to make sure we protected what made Minecraft so immersive and so engaging in the learning environment. As we've introduced new features, Microsoft says, that's really helped guide our decisions. All of this combined for a perfect storm as schools were forced to shut to remote learning this year. Minecraft was something many kids already understood. It allowed for real-time interaction between students and teachers, and Microsoft had spent years prior building a fairly robust library of lesson plans covering science, writing, history, math, computer science, and even art. There are arts lesson plans for kids as young as 6, while high school level courses are generally focused on the STEM subjects. Meanwhile, college students seem to be more focused on the social aspect of Minecraft, using the base game to recreate their campuses. But either way, it does offer something very unique, as educators struggle with keeping students engaged while learning remotely. Here's a chance to meet kids where they already are. Check this out. Engineering firm Furrion has built a massive four-legged mech suit called Prosthesis, a 9,000-pound monstrosity straight out of Pacific Rim, and it wants you to pilot it. The company recently put out a call on Kickstarter asking enthusiasts if they'd like to help them build a global racing league that would pit multiple world-class athletes in head-to-head competitions through complex tactical obstacle courses wearing giant powered mech suits. Oh yes. Depending on the level of commitment, fans are able to receive one-on-one mech pilot training or watch the action unfold in person at live events. The one flagship mech suit the company has already built, Prosthesis, has 4 enormous legs, allowing it to even pick up cars. We ended up with 4 legs because the pilot has 4 limbs and the machine has the wide, stable form factor that it has so that it's easy to balance, co-founder and chief test pilot Jonathan Tibbett told CNET. It's basically a cross between a trophy truck, an excavator, and a dinosaur, Tibbett said in their video kicking off their crowdfunding campaign. To make Prosthesis move, the pilot has to move both their arms and legs. That movement then gets translated and amplified to the 4 massive limbs. That's what makes it a sport, reads the Kickstarter page. The first professional mech sports athlete was Cassie Harish, a Canadian head-first ice sledding champion who picked up how to control the beast over a 3-day training session. As Tippett himself admits in a separate video profiling Harish, the company had no idea how ice sledding would translate to piloting a 9,000-pound mech suit, if at all, but was exciting to find out.